Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Minnesota.
Welcome to Milwaukee and T-Mobile Tuesday Night Baseball. Tonight, the Twins and Brewers wrap up their series at Miller Park before playing two more at Target Field as part of a home-and-home border battle. Giovanni Gallardo will go for the Brew Crew tonight after a strong start to his season, and Samuel DeDuno is looking for his second win of the year while trying to cement his spot in the Twins rotation. Good evening and welcome inside Miller Park. I'm Jamie Hirsch. Sam DeDuno got a little roughed up in his last outing. He ended up earning a no decision against Texas. But in order to get back to success, his pitching coach, Britt Anderson, says he really needs to just get back to the basics.
Basically, get back to being aggressive with your fastball. You saw his pitch selection last time. He threw a lot of breaking balls. He shied off his fastball, which is his bread and butter. And Sammy's a guy that's got to use his fastball more. As we've all said, it's a crazy fastball. We'll sink, it will cut, it will ride, whatever. You never know what it's going to do, but he's got to use that more and pitch off of that. And as you saw last game against Texas, he got away from that and threw a lot of breaking balls.
And the Twins are hoping to give DeDuno some more run support as well as Joe Mauer looks to build up a 3-hit night. When we return, Dick Bramer and Roy Smalley will discuss whether the same old Joe is back in business at the plate.
Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. Twins fans have come to Milwaukee hoping for outdoor baseball. They'll have that, hoping now for a Twins win. The Twins-Brewers series on Fox Sports North is presented by Wisconsin Tourism. Final game of the first half of this rivalry series between the Twins and the Brewers. Joe Mauer with 3 hits in the ball game last night, hoping to spur an offensive comeback for the Twins. They've had a tough time scoring runs as of late. And a beautiful night for baseball it is indeed in Milwaukee. Dick and Roy Smalley with you for Game 2 of this series, the first half of the home-and-home series. The next 2 nights, of course, coming at Target Field in Minnesota. And some encouraging signs for Joe Mauer. It's been a really rugged month of May for Joe, but now that we're into June, some signs that his bat's starting to come around.
Looked like he was starting to come out of it a little bit in Yankee Stadium, hit a couple of balls real hard to left center, which is kind of classic Joe. And then we saw the ultimate classic Joe last night, a line drive down the left field line for a double, this ball off the left center field wall, and then drilled a single to right field, so using the whole field again, and also playing some good defense. It's been amazing to me how athletic he's been immediately over there at first base, a position that is pretty foreign to a guy coming out from behind the plate.
The Twins are hoping that this lineup will start to click. They can't help but be envious of where the Brewers are right now because their lineup is clicking.
Well, it really is. And starting about May 20th, they moved Gene Segura, the little shortstop, to the leadoff spot. And ever since then, that lineup really has clicked. Listen, when you have Segura, Braun, Lucroy, Carlos Gomez, now Chris Davis is starting to hit, and Aramis Ramirez is about to come back to that lineup. You've got 6 or 7 guys there that can carry a club by themselves. Any 3 or 4 guys hitting at the same time, and you're going to put up big numbers.
Well, the Twins will play Game 2 with the Brewers here. Then both teams will fly to Minnesota to continue the border battle. A year ago, the Twins won the 2 games here, the 2 games in Minnesota. But this Brewer team is a far different team than the one the Twins played last year. They have the 3rd best record in Major League Baseball. Ron Gardenhire hoping that the Twins can pick up a win here, head home with a winning road trip. And here is the Menards batting order. The manager hopes will accomplish that. Danny Santana back in the leadoff spot. He'll be followed by Brian Dozier, then Joe Mauer. Middle of the lineup, Willingham, Arcia, and Plouffe. Osmeal Pinto, of course, catching. Samuel Deduno, Eduardo Escobar, and then Deduno himself will bring a stick to the plate.
And for the Brewers on the mound, Giovanni Gallardo. Fastball, slider, sometimes a curveball, sometimes a changeup. But he likes his fastball, likes his slider, has pitched very, very well this year. They say his velocity is up, and he will try to use that fastball a lot on both sides of the plate.
Santana, Dozier, and Mauer, and as you can tell, the Twins wearing the blue uniform circa 1984. Up and away, ball one. And Santana in the leadoff spot.
And circa 1976 and 7 and 8 and 9.
A strike on the outside corner. Santana with a hit in the ball game last night. An infield hit. Back in center field for the second game in a row. 2-1. You look at the Brewer pitching staff, and it's certainly been instrumental in the Brewers forging the wonderful record 35-23. But there's not a Cy Young candidate in the group, at least not so far. Here's a pop-up down the left field line, and that'll spin back over the tarp and out of play. But what they've done, they've assembled a rotation that seems to be steady and night after night give the team a chance to win. And with the lineup that they've had, that's been enough.
And to complement that, they've got arms in the bullpen now that have been very, very good. So this is not a fluky first place ball club. They're doing it the right way.
Loesch is off to a great start, 7-1 with an ERA at 2.60. 3-2 to the leadoff man. Twins would love to have Santana's speed aboard, and he drives it to the left field corner. Chris Davis with the catch, one away. Northland Ford defense for the Brewers. Davis has come on in left field. Gomez has emerged as one of the better center fielders in the game. Ryan Braun moving to right to accommodate Davis. Reynolds, Segura, Jeanette, Overbay the infielders. Maldonado doing the catching. Jonathan Lucroy getting a rare day off with Maldonado behind the plate. One down, and here's Brian Dozier. See the uniform, you see the number 2, and at least for me, triggers the thought of a former teammate of yours and a good friend, John Castino.
Similar stature, these two guys, Dozier and Johnny.
Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Two and one. Looking at Gallardo's numbers on the year, they're solid but modest. 5 walks in his last start in 6 2/3 innings. Fouled back. In his last 2 starts, covering a total of 10 innings, 8 walks, 3 home runs allowed. A loss against the Braves and a win against the Orioles. Mauer on deck. Up the middle and through. Good at bat for Dozier. And a solid single to center. See Gallardo off to a good start, but as of late he's had some issues.
Yeah, look there at the difference in the bases on balls to strikeout ratio, and you mentioned the 5 walks in his last game. Gallardo doesn't have an overpowering fastball. He throws his fastball a lot, tries to spot it on either side of the plate. But if he walks guys, he generally will give hitters a pitch to hit. He really will give these Twins hitters, or anybody, any lineup he's facing, pitches to hit every at bat. And if he puts guys on like anybody else via the bases on balls. It's going to be tough for him to get around those.
Dozier back. Out at first base. Andy Fletcher called him out. A snap throw by Maldonado behind the left-handed batter. And Dozier will come off the field as Ron Gardenhire comes onto the field. And there's Mr. Molitor hoping to get a cue from Sean Harlan that this will be worth reviewing.
Nice quick throw there by Maldonado. You don't normally see an out call when it's that high a tag on the guy's shoulder. We'll see right here. I think he's out. I think it was a high tag, but yeah, and that's the same thing that Sean Harlan is seeing. A quick tag over there at first base by Lyle Overbay. And even though Overbay tagged him high, he got the glove on him quickly before Brian's hand got back to the base. A nice play by the catcher, Maldonado. See a really quick tag right there to the elbow of Brian Dozier. Nipped him at first.
1-0 to Mauer with 2 gone. And outside 2-0. Twins so far being very patient taking pitches. As if Maldonado has had some control issues, and I'm guessing that's their scouting report. 2-0. 3-0 with Willingham on deck.
I think a couple of things happen when you get a scouting report that pitcher that you're about to face has had some control problems. You go up there looking for the ball in the middle of the plate and take the tough pitches early.
And Mauer takes a 4-pitch walk. And that'll bring up Josh Willingham. Has jumped back into the lineup with some impact. Our lows never stop improving, and Josh Willingham hoping for an improved 2014 from 13.
Frustrating year injury-wise for Josh last year, and it looked like it could start that way this year. Swinging the bat really, really well coming out of spring training to start the season. Got hit in the wrist. Had a real hard time getting over that wrist soreness, and amazing to me that a power hitter like Josh has jumped right back into the stroke he had going before the injury when he really didn't have that many rehab at bats.
Breaking ball over the inside corner, 0-1.
I was about to say about the Twins' approach against Gallardo. When you know that he's had a little control problems, you start what batters call keyhole a little bit, meaning look for the ball, a real good pitch right in the middle of the plate. They also believe that he will give you a pitch to hit every time up, and so it gives you even more reason to be very selective. Like right there, no reason to start chasing that pitch right there until you have 2 strikes. Ball just off the outside corner. Probably not a pitch you want to take with 2 strikes, but up until 2 strikes, take that one, see if you get a better one in the middle of the plate.
And now 2-1. Santana had a long at bat before flying out to left. Dozier singled on a 2-2 pitch. Mauer a 4-pitch walk. Pitches, just 7 strikes so far for Gallardo. And that clipped the inside corner, 2-2. Breaking ball got him looking. And Willingham begs to differ with home plate umpire Mark Wagner. A hit, a walk, a man left, no score in the top of the first. At the helm of one of the better teams in baseball this year. And he will send out Gene Segura, his new leadoff batter, frontlining the Menards batting order for Game 2. Segura followed by Scooter Gennett. Ryan Braun hitting third. Carlos Gomez, of course, the former Twin. Chris Davis has had a productive year. He's been swinging a hot bat as of late. Mark Reynolds, Lyle Overbay, Martin Maldonado, and Giovanni Gallardo.
The Mall of America scouting report on the Twins starter, Samuel Deduno. He needs to target the middle of the plate. We talked about how much his fastball runs around. Most guys want to pitch for the corners. He's got to go right for the middle and let this stuff take it to the corner. And then, as Rick Anderson said, he's got to use his fastball, but he also has to command the breaking ball. He needs to throw the breaking ball where he wants to throw it.
Up and in, 1-1 to Segura. Segura started the breakthrough inning for the Brewers last night with a bunt single leading off the fourth. Kyle Gibson had been perfect through 3. Up the middle and a 5-hopper right up the middle for a base hit, and Segura's aboard to start the ball game.
If Deduno is sharp with his fastball today, you're going to see a lot of these guys beating the ball in the ground and hoping, from the Twins standpoint, hoping it is at somebody and not finding a hole. That's a successful pitch by Samuel Deduno. The ball just found a hole.
Most damaging hits for the Brewers in terms of getting them the lead. Ground balls just like that. Kyle Gibson gave up a couple of ground balls up the middle to score a couple of runs in the 4th inning. And of course there were a couple of home runs that followed, but the Brewers with a good hitting approach, taking the ball up the middle and being rewarded for that. Here's Gennett. Sailing inside, ball 1. Deduno has given or has induced just 4 ground ball double plays. Remember, he just moved into the rotation about a month ago.
And I will tell you, there will be a lot of ground balls he gives up that aren't hit hard enough to turn double plays. He gives up a lot of balls beaten into the ground.
And another ground ball finds a hole. Segura rounding second and on his way to third. First and third, nobody out for Ryan Braun.
Well, again, a sinker ball pitcher has got to stay down in the zone. The ball doesn't sink much when it's up there. And the first base hit to Segura, a real good pitch by Deduno. That not so much. That one more belt high, and it's not going to sink at that elevation.
Pinto in front of the plate to give some signs.
Given the signs that Gardy wants the middle infielders to pay attention to on the chance of a double steal.
Brewers went 20-8 in March and April, 13-15 in May. A couple of wins already in June. Down and away, ball 1. Deduno made an earlier start against the Brewers at Target Field and was brilliant. 7 innings, just 1 run allowed, but an early jam here with a pair of ground ball singles and nobody out. Two 2-0.
You're a pitcher and you get into this situation. As we look at Ryan Braun's season so far with runners in scoring position, you get in a situation like this as a pitcher and you almost have to mentally concede the run at third so that you can minimize the damage. Deduno, the ground ball pitcher, needs to just get right back in the low strike zone with that moving fastball and try to get a ground ball here.
And there you go. They'll give up 1. Safe at first. Braun hustling down the line, beating the double play. 1 out, a run in. It's the first lead again going to Milwaukee.
But that's good pitching. 2-0 count with runners on first and third. He falls behind, was able to make a real nice pitch. He induced Ryan Braun into hitting a ground ball to second base. A good turn by the Twins, but right out of the box, Ryan Braun hustling and just beats the throw. But that's a well pitched at bat for Samuel to do. Now get right back in that mindset. Get another ground ball here. Minimize the damage.
The batter is Gomez. Big swing and a miss. On replay, that looked like a close play, but the one guy who probably knows better than anybody else, the first baseman himself, and Mauer didn't react at all like someone who felt the double play had been completed. So no visit with the umpire from the manager and no video review. 1 strike to Gomez. High fly to deep right center. Santana on the grass makes the catch, out number 2. And Santana with another errant throw, but corralled by Escobar. Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Santana in center, flanked by Willingham and Arcia. Plouffe, Escobar, Dozier, Mauer, and Pinto behind the plate. Pinto's become DeDuno's personal catcher. We always talk about it, and it's a cliche actually, pitcher and a catcher being on the same page. Well, it's a little easier, you would think, for a battery to do that, be on the same page when they speak the same language.
I think there's a natural rapport there for sure.
Just outside to Chris Davis. Davis has been a contributor to the fun here. 9 home runs already, and